Hi, this is Ged Brockie here, and thanks for taking the time to listen to this audio preview of my next album, which is called The Mirror's Image. Mirror's Image was recorded in July of 2009. It's kind of hard to believe that it's that long ago, but time does seem to fly. In the interim, I recorded with an orchestra and a DVD was brought out in 2011. The Mirror's Image is the second album that I've actually created under my own name. I've now got a band around it, and it's quite an exciting time with the band going into rehearsals, and hopefully we'll be playing live not only in Scotland and the UK but across Europe. In terms of the material, there was quite a few pieces that were created for the Scottish Guitar Quartet. What I did was rearranged these. There are two examples. The first one up is called First Light. And I really enjoyed rearranging the songs for all the other instruments and creating new material around it. It's great writing for quartets, but it's also good to have that wider palette of sounds to actually work with. The album itself was recorded over 2 days, and the musicians on the album were Paul Harrison on keys, Andy Sharkey on bass, Signe Jakobsdottir on percussion, and Bryden Stilley on drums. The actual live band that will be going out playing this is a completely new lineup of musicians, so I'm really looking forward to that, including some really breakthrough musicians in the jazz scene in Scotland. So you'll find out more about that on the site, but we have Richard Cass on drums, Ewan Stevenson on keys, my good friend Andy Mitchell on bass. Percussion still to be nailed down, but hopefully that will be happening soon. I hope you like what you're hearing in the background. We really enjoyed playing it as a group, and with it only being done over 2 days, it was quite a challenge. I think the reason that I want to push this project really hard, despite the big challenges out there in getting a 5-piece band on the road, is just the overall sound that comes from having so many different instruments and musicians. I love playing live, and there's nothing quite like it to go out there and actually meet the people that listen to your music. A lot of the material that we recorded in 2000, the first album, which was called The Last View from Mary's Place, that never really saw the light of day that much in terms of live performance. But with the band, the Ged Brockie band, we will actually be getting out there and playing from both albums, and we're all kind of excited about that. We'll be shooting some video to accompany this album release, which will be coming out on Circular Records, and we're hopeful that that release will be in the late second quarter of this year, which is 2012. Each time I'm writing for an album, there always seems to be not enough time to do everything. There's a compositional process, and then you arrange it up for the instruments. On The Last View from Mary's Place, it was the night before the actual recording session that I finally got the last tune, which turned out to be one of the best tracks of the entire album, and I titled that Rush Hour. Well, the same thing happened again for The Mirror's Image, and the tune is called Last Minute Arrangement. I was sort of working right up to the wire and practicing it, and you can hear that now in the background. In terms of style and where the music comes from, I'll have to let other people decide where that should fall. I listen to a range of music, from jazz, classical, rock, all the way through, and I guess that all goes into a melting pot in the compositional experience. I'm always surprised when I finalise the album and I feel I have the material that's strong enough and diverse enough and contrasts enough, to sit back and listen to it. I'm really pleased with the Mirror's Image. I feel that I have written the best music that I've ever written. I've arranged it, I feel well. It will be for others to decide whether it stands the test of time, or indeed if it deserves any attention. We'll find out. But it was a challenge. It's a pity that it's taken so long to come out. It's been nearly 3 years since the recording, but with the creation of the band and the rehearsals, we're now in a place where I think we can look to having regular releases. It would be nice to get into a cycle of writing, recording, and then performance. So I hope you've enjoyed this short preview about the Mirror's Image, the next album that's coming out from the Ged Brockie band. You can find out more information about us, where we're playing, and all our news on the band website, my website, and on our Facebook page. Bye for now, and thanks for listening.